Hi, nobodies. So today I decided to treat myself. Yesterday I sold some yarn and because I didn't need it. So I sold it. So I decided to treat myself to a manicure and a pedicure today. And I enjoyed myself. I really did. And I didn't have a flip out. Like last time I went to go get my nails done, I got kind of antsy. So I was a little worried about that this morning, but not a bit. Um, this is the color I picked. It's on my toes too. So everything went well. Gave the lady a $10 tip. And I mean, these are not acrylic, these are my real nails. I just had the manicure done. Um, and ended up messing up the nail polish before I even left the parking lot. I'm so bad. But I stopped by, I was in an area with a lot of strip malls. So I stopped by Sally's Beauty to find, I was hoping that they would have the Opie color that they had, but they didn't. So I had to find one that looked similar, and actually I nailed it with Orly. Let's see. That I showed you. These are definitely the fingers that were done with this. It is Orly, which is backwards. Orly. And it is called Prince Charming. I think that the one that the Opie brand is like Topeless Beach. I love the I love the names of things. Like I know they've got one that's like Mayamo, um, or Las Pacas, or something. They get some neat ones. Um, anyway, they got these little massage chairs that you sit in while your feet sit in this like nice warm water while they're doing the pedicure. And I'm sitting there like there was a couple of times I come off that chair. I don't know if she had it on the highest intensity, but if that was the low intensity, God bless. I mean, most of my tension is not in my back, it's like in my neck and my shoulders. But anyway, I just got out of my bath and I like turned around and I'm like, holy shit, the shiatsu chair bruised my freaking back. I've got bruises on my back. I was like, well, I knew that. I mean, I knew it was hurting, because like I can sit here and like move my shoulder blade and I can feel it. But, having BPD, um, that kind of works for me. Having a little pain in my back because if I'm not moving, it doesn't hurt. I actually have to do a special movement to get it to hurt, and I enjoy that. Um, it's kind of like my own little self harm thing. And obviously, I am not messed up about sticking a needle through my skin. Um, so needles are good. I used to burn myself when I was younger, like not with cigarettes or anything. Like I'd take the Bic lighters, get them real hot, and then make the smiley face on my ankle. I did that more than a few times. I think I was like, hey, I wonder if I can just reburn this spot. And you know what? I could. And it did. One time I got the wheel too hot and I did not make a smiley face. That was a big mess. That was fun. But it kind of I could not cut. And I'm glad that I didn't, and that I didn't like it, because I feel really bad for people whenever I see them wear shorts and you can tell that they've been a cutter, because you see all those little bitty slashes across them, that have healed up, and it makes me sad because I know what they're going through, and I'm like, ugh, it's so noticeable, you know. It's not a calm thing, if you self harm with booze and drugs, you're doing internal damage. Um, Little burns that I've got, I actually have to point them out to people. Those burn scars, because they're not massive. It was just a Bic lighter, but I'm like really shocked. I mean, this is a massage chair, and it freaking bruised my back. And I'm laughing about it because I'm just astounded. And my one of my friends was like, "You should sue." I'm like, "Yeah, how can I prove that the chair did that? I didn't say anything when I was there." The lady, she turned it back on because I had turned it off. I was like, "I'm done." And she turned it back on, and then when she turned around, I turned it back off again because I was already like, "Ow." Because I mean, most of it, like when it would do like this little tapping along my back, I was like, "Okay, that's kind of cool." But man, I swear there were times it was like they were jabbing a bony elbow up into my arm. I mean, into my back. It was bad. Like I said, I was coming off of it, and it was making my shoulders shimmy. But I still don't regret going. I mean, I got what I paid for. My feet look awesome. I don't see any white from dead skin. So she did a really, really good job. Not her fault that my skin's thin, I guess. Or I mean, because where the bruising is like right on bone. There's not much fat there, so to cushion those bones. So it was like that ball was just like, ugh, it wasn't fun. But I probably let it run for like 10 minutes or so. And it's not a big purple or black bruise, just a red bruise. But still, um, but like I said, I ain't messed up about it hurting because certain things I call it controllable pain, and I like that. I like that shit when I can control the pain. Uh, something like breaking my arm. No, that's not a good time for me. Uh, Poking myself with a needle. I can't see myself doing it like just to do it, but like if I'm piercing something, I ain't messed up about the pain of it. Like when I did this with a thumbtack, it didn't hurt that much. Actually, the nose hurt worse, and we had gone in from the top, and my stepdaughter had done it for me, and she didn't get it where I wanted it, so I was like, okay, you're gonna have to do it again, and she did it from inside to go out. So this is actually like I can't really do certain nose things because like getting a nose ring in there, it's crooked in there. So studs are pretty much all I can do with that. But you know, I still I still cannot bring myself to like remove it. Just like with this. I mean, I've actually done this twice. Because I did remove it for a job interview once and then I forgot to put it back in and it grew up pretty quick. So I let it stay like that for a while. And then one night, much in my BPD-ness, I said, I'm going to pierce that. And when I had done it before, I had done it with a big needle. But this time I couldn't find it. So I was like, fuck it, I'll get a thumbtack. So I grabbed a thumbtack and then I worked the bar in. Um, and trust me, that's not a badass move. Because, like, these over here, these, when they go into cartilage, that shit hurts. This does not hurt. This was a little painful. Like, it was hard. She was like with the needle, she had it sticking up and she couldn't get through that top layer of skin. That was the big problem, was the top layer. And I was like, just push it through. Um, but this, I could not do this myself because that's a lot of pain. But anywhere down here, like I could sit there and stick needles in this all day long, and it's not that bad. Um, Among like if I've got a zit or a pimple, I'm not messed up about sticking a pin in that either. But like I said, I have to have a good reason for doing it. I can't just sit there and go, you know what? I'm just gonna poke myself. No, I don't do that. Um, anyway, my day was actually pretty good. I always say that there's like a hiccup here or there. There was one little point today where I was less than enthusiastic about my day, but you know what? it just fuels my darkness. And there's nothing wrong with having some darkness. Just don't, you have to have balance. Now, some people can be balanced if they're completely filled with light, but I don't think that there's anybody who's completely filled with light. I think we all have dark thoughts and everything, and it's just, do you have enough light to hold that shit back? Um, and I think a lot of people don't. When you meet somebody who everybody says is just a horrible person, you know, that typical grumpy old man, he does not have enough light to hold back his darkness. Somebody needs to give him some candy or a balloon or something. Give him a kitten. Well, he might kill that. Give him a crocodile or something cute that's little. I don't know if a crocodile's cute. I think they're kind of cute. Anyway, um, my day was good. I hope that your day was good. All of you that don't watch me. And I hope that you have a good night. I'm going to have a good night. I know this. I got my nice, comfy down comforter all cleaned and slept with it last night. It's like sleeping in a cloud, damn it. Love that shit. But anyway, have a good night.